During CES 2025, I got the opportunity to check out a very unique smart vacuum from Roborock. This is called the Saros Z70. And the unique thing about this isn't the fact that it has built-in AI. It has the fact that it actually has over 22,000 pounds of Pascal power or suction power to be able to actually cover areas, but also the ability of going over certain obstacles. It's the fact that this vacuum has an actual robotic arm that can pick up dirt and debris and even slippers and socks from the ground and to clean around the area where it needs to do all the cleaning. So it's not just carpet and hardwood, it's actually carpet, hardwood, socks, and slippers. You know, something that we typically don't think of with a smart vacuum. So in this video, we're gonna check it out. We're gonna see what makes this Z70 or the Saros Z70 from Roborock so special. And I wanna talk about that robotic arm and the basically the mapping system that they use with the cameras that we have in here. Because they also have a very unique system that most systems, well, most smart vacuums don't have. This is TK, let's check it out. Like and subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell icon so you're always notified to whenever we have new videos for you on the channel. As with most smart vacuums, we have a base station. We have two water, a clean water and a dirty water container. There's a cleaning solution container as well as basically a dust or a bag, collection bag that we can get cleaned up with all the dirt that the actual vacuum picks up. And of course, the smart vacuum itself. Now, the Z70 here has built in a few features that most don't have. You'll notice that it actually has a very low clearance level specifically from the ground. There is no camera mechanism that's actually popped up on the top, and that's because the system that we have here is featuring cameras on the front as well as on the back part of the actual vacuum that allows it to actually have a much more advanced version of the mapping system than most systems on the market here. And the other thing that we also have in here obviously is a hot water cleaning capabilities, two mopping heads with an extendable mopping head. So the brush head as well as the mop head both extend to give us access to corners, which is definitely very nice. Now when it comes down to the application, it's pretty straightforward. Download the Roborock application and add your Saros Z70. It goes around and maps your entire home, and you're able to customize it based on full room or full house. You can go and customize it into a room, specific room that you want it to actually go in, multiple rooms if you want to do that. You can also customize it by making it into a zone, as you saw there in the beginning of mine. I can actually just say specifically clean this area. One thing I will say, you are able to click here and customize the not only the suction power, the amount of power that the actual vacuum is using, ultimate all the way being on the right side, the amount of water that it's using for cleaning the floor, and how many times you want to be able to actually have it run. It can go one time or two times, and of course pick the specific routine. Now the nice thing, as you can see here, I've been using this for quite some time. It has almost 30 hours worth of actual usage. Robotic arm settings in here, you can go in there. By default, all of this is turned off when you first get it. You do need to turn it on, and you also need to be able to customize it and tell it where the sorting bin is going to be. Now, some of the main features that we want to talk about here obviously are going to be more focused on what makes this system so unique. We talked about the mechanical arm. This is called the OmniGrip mechanical arm. It is a unique feature to Roborock that it utilizes the functionality of an arm to pick up certain things that it cannot basically go into the suction part of the actual vacuum. What that means essentially is obviously if it's a napkin, if it's a tissue, a pair of socks, even a slipper, the only thing I will probably say is a maximum weight of the units that it's recognizing or it's able to pick up at this point is about 300 grams or 0.67 pounds, a little bit over half a pound, which is actually not bad if you consider the fact that a slipper could be that heavy. And you can, as I mentioned with the application, designate where the actual bins are going to be positioned. The collection bin for the dirt as well as the sorting bin for the actual slippers and so on. The other thing that we also have in here is up to 22,000 pascals of suction power. And that is a very unique experience. Most smart vacuums on the market are up to 20,000. This one is up to 22,000 pascals. This is called the Hyperforce suction power system with the Roborock, at least with the Saros C70 here, that enables it to actually run and pick up almost any kind of product that is obviously able to fit directly within the actual mechanism. And I love the fact that it also has a detangling brushes inside of the actual suction area so that there is no tangling issue or concern. And of course, when you're running at 22,000 pascals, you're not going to have any problems at all. Now the design, as I mentioned to you guys, this one's actually pretty slim. It is basically 3.14 inches from the ground, or about 7.98 centimeters, which means they should be able to fit under most of your actual furniture unless they're very low. This is going to actually be able to have a very nice clearance. It means it can actually still go over certain bumps between areas. And for me, I do have these little connectors between the different parts of my room, and it actually jumps over them without any problem. Now, the obstacle avoidance system that we have in here, this is called the Starsight Autonomous autonomous system 2.0. It's leveraging basically a new generation of 3D sensing technology with dual time-of-flight sensors, one on the front and one on the back of the actual unit. As you see it when it's actually running, you'll see the sensors on the back and on the front, and it actually keeps good tracking of not only what's existing in there, but it also sees things that have been added or moved around. So even though there's an existing map of the actual home, this actually also adapts to whatever is moved. Like I say, you put in a new piece of furniture or somebody forgot something on the floor. Let's say my son forgot his baritone. It's not going to have any problem. Now, the dual anti-tangle system, as I mentioned to you guys with the brush heads that we have in here, makes it so that it does not have any problems with hair. For us at home, we have 3 cats and my wife and myself. Sometimes there's obviously a lot of cat hair, dust bunnies around the place. It's not going to have a problem at all. In the month and a half that I've been using it in my home, I have not had a single issue with any hair tangle and any hair issues at all. It goes in, the suction power is strong enough to put it directly in the collection bin and then put it back into the bag, into the base station. It does wash the mop pads at up to 80 degrees Celsius, 176 Fahrenheit in hot water to make sure there is no stains, and it sterilizes them so that it doesn't transfer dirt. And it does that even if it has to do a large area, which means it comes in the middle of that cleaning cycle back to the base station and then goes back out to finish it up. And of course, automatic removal of the mop pads in case if it's just using the cleaning cycle, so that it doesn't have any additional ones. And I like the fact that it actually raises and reduces and lowers the mop pad depending on what you're doing, so that they don't actually drag on the carpet itself. And if it switches over to ground, it automatically jumps in and it starts doing the mopping for us. The battery that's built in here is a 6400 milliampere battery, fully charged in about 2.5 hours when it's fully emptied. And it's rated to run about 3 hours. So no problem from the charging station. But again, it goes back to the charging station primarily to clean itself up. So how's it been for the last month and a half using the Saros Z70? First and foremost, on schedule, everything always works great. And for those little spot of cleanups, again, you can initiate it whenever you want. And as I showed you, you can do the room, you can do the area, or you can do basically a specific spot. I think at the end of the day, from a smart vacuum system, this is a very well built system. It's powerful. I mean, excluding the arm, which makes it very unique already, the suction power system that we have in here is very nice. The cleaning mechanism, the corner and the corner detection, and of course, with the 2 extending either the mop head or the actual cleaning brush, it works really good. The mapping system with the 2 time-of-flight sensors that we have in here is absolutely unique as well, which we don't see on many systems. A lot of them end up putting their detection system at the top. What we have here with the Z70 from Roborock is that actually puts the system down, puts the cameras on the front, and then puts the cameras on the back part of the actual vacuum. So it gets much better cleaning, as well as the ability of going under certain levels because of the clearance that it has from the ground. If it needs to clean, it goes back to the base station and then goes back to where it needs to go, where it stopped, and then it finishes the job without any problems. With that being said, I do want to say thank you very much to Roborock for allowing me to check out the Saros Z70 and sharing with you guys my experience of using the system. There's so many good things in the system that it's very easy for me to recommend this to everybody. The arm itself is a very unique feature that it has, and it's getting better with time. Currently, I will say if you're considering getting this, excluding the arm part, I think you're definitely going to be your expectations are going to be blown away. The arm is just going to be basically that icing on the cake. It's not perfect, but it definitely has a lot of great things going for it, and it's going to get better. Like and subscribe as usual. Thank you very much for the support. I will see you in the next video.